So today, on the construction site, Cody is in his big 10-story tall crane. He's almost crossing the finish line. He's inching his way toward the finish line, and suddenly everything ground to a halt. It was 3 o'clock, and that's when things grind to a halt on the construction site. And I can't tell if this is in focus or not, or maybe it doesn't make any difference. So suddenly everyone started packing up and going in more ways than one. 4, count them 4, there were 2 earlier, but now there's 4 porta potties that are all in a big clump, so all sorts of activity can happen at the end of the day. And that happened. Okay, then what happened? So then I started drawing the very quiet scenes where all of the engines are being turned off, and here's another couple of them that are going to sleep for the night. And as I was drawing this one, the guy said, "I can't stand there. Buddy, get out of the way," Dominic said. And I said, "Okay, what's happening?" He said, "They're lowering the crane." Well, evidently the 10-story tall crane had an issue. So here comes the AAA service for cranes. And it's a big white truck with a big white crane. And they first had to stabilize it by pulling out its feet, its extension feet, and lashing it to the ground. And then the guy crawled up in the little cab in the back and moved it around and stretched the cab all the way to the top. Like that. Nope, he did it like this. And then he saw that it could reach where he needed to be. So then it came down, and then he got in it and made his way back up to the gear that was stuck, or the pulley that was clogged, or the flat tire that was needed pumping, or whatever was going on up there. So now I'm drawing all of these things on this transparent paper, so I'm going to make an animation where you'll sort of see things move and maybe go in focus and then out of focus. And if I do this and then do that and then stop the camera and do this and come forward, it's sort of like a dissolve, except I do it the old-fashioned way with tracing paper. The Ken Burns approach, whatever the Ken Burns filter. So here's some of those. Here's a safety harness that was draped just so over the top of a chain link fence. The last time I saw a harness draped over a fence, it was not on the farm where you might expect it. It was at the flea market. And I asked the man, "How much is that?" pointing to the thing, the black leather and chrome straps and buttons and spikes and whatever it was. And I said, "How much is that?" And he said, "I forgot." He was at the club earlier that night and got in his car to drive from the club to the flea market. And then he had to get out of his club outfit to get into his flea market outfit and had forgotten that he had his lingerie over his rear view mirror. So, but this was much fancier lingerie. Wasn't his was lingerie. This is safety gear. Though I suppose there might be some people that might like lingerie like that. So anyway, these are the drawings that I did just in the last hour.